Yeah. Oh, hello, everybody. I'm back. Uh, Today, greedy gold diggers. You know, you are the most negative fucks on this fucking planet. You are greedy gold diggers, especially the Republicans. They think they're all right. One thing I don't get is like the Republicans, the political minded people. Basically, you take the political mind, and you look at your politics, how negative you are in this world. If you have if you have a political mind, then you're not really that positive because you are corrupt. Religion. I mean, to me, religion is negative, but everybody has their own opinion. You know, but if you have a political mind, if you believe that you are a Democrat or a Republican, then you are definitely negative on this world. You're not creating equality for life. You're just creating more greed. You're just a control freak that's out of control. You think what's best for a human being's life, because you guys you really don't have, you don't treat human beings fair. You know, your politics does not treat a human being fair, because you guys always fight and argue over, oh, the Republicans, oh, that person needs to pay. This is the Republicans' mind. They have to pay, you know, and they have to work hard. They have to be a hard-working slave. They have to pay to have the health care. And then, yeah, you got the Democrat side, that the government should pay for their health care, for everybody's health care. But it's like you guys argue over health care. You guys, that means you don't take care of your fucking human beings on this fucking planet, period. Because you're so damn greedy. You're so damn greedy. You really don't, your doctors are greedy. Your insurance people are greedy. Your government's greedy. It's like everything about your world is greedy. Corporations greedy. It's just greed. That's all you guys are. You're all nothing but greedy ass motherfuckers. That really just wants to just, like I said, you guys feed off people's fear. By paying, like I said, payments creates more fear on this world. It's funny about this thing coming on, this super wave. There's a super wave. I realize the super wave, that's the sun's, I call it a super wave. That's what I call it now. I gave it a name. I kind of like give it a name so people can understand that the sun is going to produce a solar flare or super wave, or uh, this wave that I know, that I understand, is it does either it's going to hurt you won't feel it. I think you will not feel it. The super wave. I think you're not going to feel it. Maybe you are going to feel it, or you're not going to feel it. You know, you'll just notice there's going to be something different in this reality. Your reality is going to change. So I figure, it's funny, the sun. The sun has its own personality. It's like it does this every 25,000 years. I think, yeah, 25,000, and it's overdue right now, according to Corey Good. According to Corey Good. I listened to The Edge of Wonder. I've been listening to The Edge of Wonder, and I watch Corey Good. He's an introvert. He's definitely an introvert, and I heard trolls are fucking with him. You know, this guy. I mean, I'm leaving my mind open. You know, that's the way I do things. I leave my mind open, and I see. That's how I see things. You know, it's like you people. You know, people with political minds are the most closed-minded people that I know in this reality. People have political minds, religious beliefs, are so closed-minded, you know, in this reality. It's like it's corporations, you know, we live in a world that's so full of greed that they closed our minds. You know, they closed our minds in this world, you know. And the only thing they can see is just the existence of this world. That's it. That's the only thing they can see is the existence of this world. For me, I see multiple dimensions, multiple densities. I see alternate realities of this world, and I see my past lives. You know, I'm starting to see some of my past lives, which is really interesting, especially the one on Mars. You know, because I see this guy in a beard, short hair guy in a beard, wearing a black. I see this guy in a beard wearing a black uniform on Mars. It looked like a robotic suit he's wearing. You know, it's like a robotic suit. You know, and I see another guy. He looks like the Imperial officers, which give you an idea what an Imperial officer would look like. See, the uniform I saw was pretty interesting. It kind of like looked like this uniform. It was black uniform, similar to this. You know, that's the uniform I saw, which is really interesting because it's like the Nazi, but it's like I feel like, and I see another I see another different officer with a gray uniform. You know, looking down at me. Here somehow I feel like I'm laying down on the ground, and I see these two officers. You know, well, it feels like it's one of my part of my lives that I see. You know, because the future, you know, you stupid fucks, you know, the future was our past. You know, the future was our past because Mars was very futuristic. I can tell you, Mars was very futuristic, you know. And yeah, we're so primitive because part of me feels like we're so damn primitive and we're so damn ignorant and stupid. They kept us dumb and they manipulate us to keep us dumb and stupid, you know, in this world, you know. And then I realized how stupid the trolls are. The trolls are most ignorant and stupid that I ever seen, you know. This world is like a trap, you know. It's funny. I was watching The Edge of Wonder on Corey Good about how it's like they keep so much bullshit. You know, they keep so much bullshit from us. You know, it's like it's like we're so fucking ignorant. We're so fucking stupid. It's like it's in it. And it's like some parts of my life. It's like everybody. I'm going to tell you, everyone on this planet has something in their past lives. Some of you guys I could have fought with on another planet. Some of you guys I could have fought with on another planet. I could have been friends with you guys, and I wouldn't even know it. You know? Yeah, it's funny about this world. It's like you have to investigate your reality. You got to investigate your reality in this world because I do. It's funny about me is like it's like I kind of like look at my own self. I investigate my own self, and I see these little glimpses of these memories that I have inside me of my different lives, and some of my lives, I'm not from this planet. Like I said, I'm not from this planet in some of my lives, In this life, it's like the problem that I have to ask myself is, did I volunteer to come down here? Or was I forced to be down here? That's the question I have to ask myself. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And just some it's like, Mike, the guy that I talk with. He was I think he was my best friend in Mars because when I talked to him, he triggered me, and I saw the glimpse, I saw the picture, it's like I saw a memory that just came back, and sometimes I always feel like Steve, the other guy. I think Steve was one of my friends in Mars too. So yeah, and some part of me feels like there's more. There's more. I feel like I have friends all over the place. I feel like I have friends. I think my friends are my enemy. That's how I see it in a weird way, because how this world works is they use your friends as your enemy. You know they use us against us in this world. And it's like they play with our fucking minds, and they manipulate us, and they control us, and it's like you can hear the words. It's like it's the wordings when you speak your words. That's it's like they controlled you when you every time you speak your words. How we speak our words, how they control our everyday life. It's like how they put fear on us. You know, how do how they put fear on us? That's a question you have to ask. Is why? You know, we are put in this fucking reality. We are put in here. It's like we're. Sometimes I look at this way. It's kind of weird how I see. I'm gonna give you guys every detail. Oh, I'll give you the ideas of how I kind of like made my how I opened my mind up a little bit further. For me, yeah, like I said, I took religion out, I took politics out, and I took money out, and then I took it's like and I take myself and I imagine this world without all this bullshit, and then you come to be a whole different type of world that you see, and you imagine the world. I see. I can imagine a world without money, because I've been to a place. I know I've been to the place without money. Yeah, I've been. It's funny. I know I lived on a planet without money. I know that for a fact now, because every time I complain about it, every time I think about it, every time I open my mouth about it, and I talk about it, it's like, yes, I am from a planet that does not live, that doesn't have money, because there is an exchange. Well, according to Corey Good, the beings out there don't have money. They kind of like they exchange, like, yeah, like they exchange, and sometimes they exchange for friendship, and sometimes they have their own conniving way, their own, yeah, they got a conniving way. Some of the beings out there, I wouldn't say they are friendly, and there are benevolent beings out there. I'm going to tell you, there are benevolent beings, and they got their own sadistic way of using us. It's I love the free world that I know that I know is like the environment is perfect. I mean, no, everything is clean. I mean, everything is clean. Everything is like you go. It's like you go walk into. It's like you could walk any place inside this. There's no cops, because I realize that there is no cops in the place where I'm from. There is no cops. It's like you're free to go anywhere. You're free if you want to go somewhere. Just take a ship. You have your own ship. Some of us have our own ships. And we just go wherever we want to go. You want to go meet somebody, go meet somebody. You want to explore, go explore. Because this galaxy, this universe that we live in is like infinite. There's no end in this universe. I mean, there is no end. I mean, you can explore. You can build the biggest fucking ship. Yeah, they have. I realize that they have the biggest fucking ships. They have ships size of planets. They have ships size of planets and it's still they can't find the end of the world. They can't find the edge of the galaxy. So it's like, you tell me what you can build the biggest fucking ship in the world, and you're still never gonna find the end of the galaxy. Because the only way you do it is the way these people explore. They build the biggest ship, and then they take so many other little ships they put inside the little ship. So they hitch a ride and say, hey, let's go this way, Let's go this way, see what happens. Let's go down to see what happens. Let's go up, It's like, and here we are. It's like in this in this infinite universe, here we are worrying about paying bills and paying. It's like, here we are, working our ass off, and we're stuck here. We're stuck here. And I say, why? I guess I know humanity has to evolve. For me, humanity needs to evolve if humanity wants to go off this planet. Humanity needs to get rid of politics. That's the biggest thing that humanity needs to do, according to Corey Good. According to Corey Good, humanity needs to get rid of politics. So we have to become a little bit more positive, a positive world. We have to become a positive, more positive world. That's my goal right now. That's why I speak out to you people, and I tell you like it is. I mean, I tell you like how your world is. And some of you people, I notice that people are very picky on what they want to hear. Because they want to make believe, they want to live in their make believe law. This is what they want. This is humanity today. They like to live in their make believe la la land. Yeah, they love living in their make believe la la land and say everything is perfect. They say everything is great. Greed. They believe greedy. They believe greed and feeding off people fear is positive. They believe in that shit. It shows you how twisted they are. I'm sorry to say it, but you're so twisted and you're so backward and you're so manipulated, because the only way you're gonna is, I found out, if you want to go a higher density, you have to be, like you say, you have to be 51% positive. 51%, at least 51% above, that's it. It's really simple. I mean, you don't need to be 100%. You have to be at least 51%. If you can raise it up a little bit, take these debt. Like I say, you take these debts away. You take everything away, and you change the way you live on this planet. You have a great chance of evolving. Because the solar flare. I'm going to tell you about the solar flare. Everybody thinks this is Jesus the sun. They use Jesus and the sun, but really, reality, it's the sun. S-U-N. It's S-U-N, not S-O-N. It's the sun. the sun's solar flare is going to burst. Okay, the solar flare is weird. It's a DNA upgrade for humanity. That's what the solar flare does. It's a DNA upgrade, for everybody. But it's very picky. It's like the sun has its own. I'm going to tell you, the sun has its own personality. The sun itself is its own personality. It can pick and choose. It can weave its way in to humanity. It can get either split humanity up it does split humanity up, the negative and the positives. It does do that. And the way the wave works is, I think the wave, I believe you won't feel it. You're not gonna. I mean, it's gonna happen fast. Either some parts of you. It's like for me, switching to alternate realities. For me, I feel like I am from an alternate reality, because my reality, I had 99 billion people in my reality, and then since I came to this reality, it's down to like 7 point. No, it was 6.5 billion people in this reality versus because my reality, Star Wars was completely different than the Star Wars here. It's the same Star Wars, but it's like a little minor change in my reality, that I remember. So somehow I was brought into this reality, this alternate reality where the population is lower. So I'm assuming that the 2 billion. See, one thing I tried to figure out is that the 2.5 billion people that left, that disappeared. I still try to figure out where that 2.5 billion people is. That either they became either they went to the meat processing center. It's like that's the only thing I can think, because when humanity sleeps, that's when humanity is weak. When they're sleeping, that's when they can take advantage of humanity. So my thing is, either they gone to the meat processing center, or there was another fucking solar flare. So that's what I'm thinking. I think there was another solar flare. But they said there was another solar flare happened in like 1970. I don't know, 1973. Something changed in that time in the 70s. But it was supposed, 2012, something did change. I know 2012 something did change in that reality. But I still trying to put the puzzle together on that, on that part. But the solar flare, the solar flare is done every 25,000 every 25,000 years. The solar flare happens. Not Jesus. Jesus is not going to save your fucking ass. I'm going to tell you, Jesus is not going to save your fucking. Jesus is just a metaphor, according to Jordan Maxwell. Jesus is just a metaphor. That's all he is. It's just the rotate. The way the Bible works is the rotation of the planet. That's what it is. It's the rotation of the planet, night and dark. Jesus is Lucifer. Basically, that's what it is, night and dark. This is people, because humanity, if you think like a primitive human being, that's how they think. That's how they think. Since it's dark time, the wild animals eat human beings in the dark time, because the human beings are weak when they sleep. So they call them demons. The dangerous animals, like the dinosaurs. Oh, look at that human. It's time for a buffet. There's a buffet time, a human buffet. Yeah. So this has been done. I mean, there's another way. I found out. Then I found out about the rainbow, the rainbow body in China. That all you have to do, you have to be really pure, positively good, and you have to meditate, and all of a sudden your body will shrink, according to the way these Chinese monks did it. Their body shrank, and all of a sudden they became they kind of like they went up at higher density, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is no Jesus. There is no Jesus. You know, it's really the Sun. Sun. You know, it's the Sun. It's like hey, Jason. Hey, Joy. You notice that they always say you're gonna burn in hell. It's based on the Sun. You know, it's based on the Sun. You know, what you're gonna burn in hell. You know, it's like what the fuck. You know what the fuck? It's like it's so fucking it's so fucking it's so fucking weird that the way people this how they manipulate it. They even manipulated the Bible. They manipulate the Bible. They manipulate everything. I mean, everything is manipulated to the T. So that's why I don't believe in books anymore. You know, I don't believe in a book. I don't believe in anything what I read. You know, it's like how do you do homework if everything is so is misprinted on purpose because they want to keep you still dumbed down, you know, they want to keep you so dumbed down and stupid, you know, so and they tell you why don't you it's like how do you it's the only way you could do this is you have to look inside yourself. You know, it's funny about me, I've been finding my information inside here. That's where all my information comes from. You know, that's how I learn. Is from my own self because my own self I found out has you know there's some hidden memories inside of me. Kind of like it's like it's like it adds up, you know. And then I see, and it's funny about it is you think about picturing. It's like when sometimes they Joy. Sometimes when you sit back, relax, sometimes a memory will pop up. Because right now I found out that human beings' memories will pop up, you know, and they're going to see what they did, what they regret doing. You know, they're gonna see the things that they regret doing. Because for me, I did a lot of killing in some of my past lives. I was a samurai. You know, I was a samurai. I was at the low end part of the samurai. I was a soldier when I was a samurai. You know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they always want to make you look like you're God. Yeah, I agree with you on that part. You know, it's like it just it's like they said that this part of the flare, right, Joy? Part of the flare that's going on right now is going to hit people's memories. It's going to hit people what they did, what they regret doing. You know, it's gonna because I've been seeing part of it. I've been seeing a lot of things I regret doing. You know, a lot of bad things that I did, even in my past lives too, that I did. And you know what's weird about it? Self forgiveness. You know, self forgiveness. I used to be with Destiny. Okay, I used to be with Destiny. Yeah, and self forgiveness is the key right now because once you forgive yourself, it's like for me right now, I kind of like I forgive the trolls for trolling me. That's the only thing I can say. It's like I forgive them, you know, because they they're allowing me to see my fear. They're manipulating and allowing me to see my fear. You know, and they're making me see the fear for within my own self. You know, so you take your fear and whoever has the fear, it reflects back onto you. I mean, the fear, whatever happens to you will always reflect back onto you because the way the flare works is you'll show what if you've done a lot of harm to other people or animals or whatever, it's harm to people, animals, planet, whatever it is, it's all going to reflect back onto you. You know, it's like looking in the mirror. You know, now it's like for me, I've been forgiving myself a lot for a lot of things that I did. You know, it's like and then some part of my memories, I see this robot. You know, Yeah, let it go, you know. But forget, but you have to forgive it. You have to forgive it. You can't just let it go. You got to give somebody, you got to give these people some closure. You can't just do that way. I realize you can't just let it go. You have to put closure onto it too. At the same time, when you forgive somebody, you gotta really forgive them. You know, if you let it go, then it's gonna still be in you and it's gonna still haunt you. That's what I know. That's how it works. If you let it go, because it's gonna follow you wherever you go. So when you forgive it, when you forgive to this whoever who's giving you this negativity, then it's gone. You know, self forgiveness. So I say it in my mind all the time. I say it in my truck out loud in my truck all the time. It's like, yeah. And then I realize in the manipulation, in how they cause the manipulation, how they create the stress and create the fear, because it's in so much detail when you know how fear works. Fear is fun. It's funny about how fear works. It's like a program. Fear is, to me, is like a program. You know, and it's strange that the body it reacts. The body kind of like it reacts to fear. It kind of like it does. It's like when somebody's punching you in the stomach. Fear is like that. It's like being punched in the stomach, and people don't realize that they're doing it. And it's like they do it and they have no regrets doing it, and then it's like it's a twist inside your stomach. That's that's what fear is. That's how you feel fear, because they're every human beings feel it out there. And then there's the numbness. There's another type of fear is when you start to feel numb. You know, so you want to block everything. When you go numb, that's what I did for since I was high school, since I was been picked on all the time. I became numb, so I wanted to just block everything because I got tired of people. I got tired of everything. So I isolated myself from everything. I got angry, you know. I forgive my ex-wife, I forgive my ex-wife for hurting me, I forgive her. I realize that now. It's like I've been in pain and so much fear because not having a relationship with her. So I kind of like, that's it. I'm done now. I kind of like overcome the fear. It's like it's an attachment. Fear is like an attachment. It's like it's kind of like a virus in a way, but you can always burn the virus. So the way you do it is you self forgive yourself. That's that's according to Corey Good. What he's going through. Yeah, I agree with you, Joy. You know, but for me, I was back then. I was about when I was angry at my ex. I was 20% negative. I was 20% below negative. I was actually below negative. You know. Yeah, I agree. You know. Yeah, it's like I realize that it's us attacking us, and we're all in conflict with everything. It's like from being a transgender. Somebody's always gonna project their fear on me. Somebody's always gonna project, and being I have fear. I admit I have my own fears for my own self too. I mean, I admit I have fears. Everybody has a fear. I mean, everyone has a fear, and there's always every second there's fear. Some fear is going on. Every less than a second, there's fear going on this planet. You know, somebody either is being kicked out of their homes, no money, no food, and sometimes it's funny. It's like you want to help people, but you can't. It's funny. It's like I would love to help people. I would love to help people, but I don't. It's like money don't grow on trees. You know, it's fun. I wish money grow on trees. You know that's one thing I would love. Say, hell, let's go grow a money tree and just plant it everywhere. You know, just plant money everywhere. Plant all the money tree everywhere. Then all these people will have no problems. Get rid of all the problems. It sucks when you know, yeah, fight or flight. Yeah, it's like, and then these dumbasses they come to me and say, "How come you can't do it?" It's like, duh, I'm not a millionaire. It's like, geez, I don't make billions of fucking dollars. Like they give you they always throw these things at you. You know, they throw all these bullshit excuses. Say, how come you can't do it? It's like, duh, look at me. Look at me. You know, they're so unrealistic. The people who throw these shit at me, they're so unrealistic. You know, and I'm trying to be real about everything, and the people live in their imagination. You know, it's funny about people. They live in their delusional minds, saying, "Oh yeah, you can help anybody if you do this. Go work hard." Their excuse is to work harder. Go work harder. You can help everybody. It's like, fuck you. You know, fuck you. You know, it's like, fuck shit. It's fucking bullshit. The way these people, way these greedy, I call them greedy gold diggers. These greedy gold diggers, they don't know how. They don't know. They're they're so brainwashed. I'm sorry to say it. Greedy gold diggers are so fucking brainwashed, and they they think money's gonna solve all the questions. Money's not. It's funny. I say throw away money, and then we could solve all the answers by just throwing all the money because there is no limit. I mean, you got an infinite universe out there, and these people think we have limits. We don't have limits. There's no such thing as limits. You know, it's like you can. It's like all these people would easily. If you throw money out the door, out the window, and you throw gold out the window, everybody would live in a house. You know, if people know how to control themselves on eating and feeding themselves instead of goring down, yeah, and learn how to take responsibility for the food, then yeah, we could have free food if people knew how to take responsibility, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's really about responsibility. I mean, that's all it is. It's all about responsibility. You know, it's like everybody on this planet is responsible for everybody on this planet, even me. You know, I'm responsible for everyone. So everybody should be responsible for everybody. You know, if somebody is so, it's like if somebody is so tired of working, give that person a break. Damn it, shit. If a person doesn't like to work and find something else, it's like, give them a break. And then it's like, yeah, it's like, how could you raise it's like I always ask, how could you raise a family in the greedy gold digger world? How could you raise a family in a greedy gold digger world with all these classism? You can't. I mean, it's like it's funny, poor people. You might have one or two, maybe one. You might have 10 geniuses. Poor people might have 10 geniuses right there, and they're just gone. It would be right under their nose. They might have, poor people might have 10, 15 geniuses, and they're just and all of a sudden these stupid ass greedy gold diggers are so blind they don't see that, and they won't support these geniuses that are in the poor family. It's like it shows you that it'll just pass on by and you won't see it, and the person will just die off. Yeah, it is. I agree with you, Joy. This creation is fucking fucked up. I, it's funny about Joy. Some part of me wants to just wipe them all away. I mean, I'm sorry to say that. Some part of me wants just to wipe all these negative motherfuckers away. These greedy, especially the greedy gold diggers, the political and religious minds. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just something about the political and the religious mind, and the way they believe in their political and religious way of life. It just, some part of me just want to just get rid of them and create a utopian society, you know, where we can take care of this planet. These greedy gold diggers don't really understand, because everything greedy gold diggers is based on a job, based on work, based on money, and how they use their politics. Communism, capitalism. To me, they're all the same. I'm going to tell you, communism. If you're going to control human beings, it goes both ways. Controlling human beings goes both ways. If human beings, you know, human beings should have a choice. It's like, should we do this as a group? Should we do this? Should we do this as, should we all do this together, or should we all take a break at the same time? Should we do this? It's like, it depends on what we do. I know we got to take our part. I agree with the part where we do have to take our part. We all have to take our part, take care of this planet. But at the same time, let's make it like a vacation. Let's live like a vacation. Let's raise the standards of education. I say raise the standard of education. It doesn't matter poor, rich. Doesn't matter the your political mind is. It's like, raise the standard of education instead of using this fucking slave-like vacation we have. We have a slave. Our education is slave based. And then. And raise the standard, raise the standard of living, especially in the ghetto. We should raise all the standard of living, raise their education, have them all catch up with everybody else. Have all these poor people raise their education level up, raise everything up. I mean, make them feel like they're part of society. It's like, one thing I can't stand about the greedy gold diggers is they don't make you feel like you're part of anything. You're always cast out. If you think, it's funny, if you have a different type of mind, it's funny, you should open to the ones who have the weirdest minds. You should open to the ones who are so different, because they're the ones who are the most creative. Yeah, I'm responsible. It's for me. I'm responsible. I feel, it's like, part of me is like, it's really, you don't need to make laws. I mean, you don't have to have very much laws on this planet. The way it works, that I know from the planet, we don't have very much laws. As long as you don't kill. I mean, in a positive planet, you don't kill. You encourage. You do. There are warrior-based planets. I mean, I'm going to tell you, there are warrior-based planets. There are. You do need some kind of warrior. I mean, not. I mean, we have the warrior cat. They have the warriors that defends the planet. You do need to defend the planet, just in case of the malevolent ETs or extraterrestrial that comes invade us. You do need to defend that. You do need warriors, but you can't. You gotta, it's in a weird way, you gotta have both. A warrior, and you gotta have. But you have to negotiate. You have to find a way to negotiate. If they don't want to negotiate, then you have to tell them to leave. If they don't want to leave, then there you go. There's a war going on. Yeah, I know. The world is fucked. I agree with you. That's funny. It's funny. It's like, I agree. Some of you guys that come here that I agree with. It's like, yeah. It's like, I have a different mindset. I feel like I have a different mindset than all these fuckers out here have. I like saying fuck. Because to me, fuck is kind of like going against the norm. Their so-called norm, the greedy gold diggers' norm. because that's the reason why I say fuck. You know, I know it's a bad word, but it's like it's the only way to push it into their fucking minds. To shove it in their fucking minds, telling them, yeah, you guys are fucking twisted. There's something fucking wrong with you, which is like, what the fuck, I always say, what the fuck, every time something pops into my mind, I say, what the fuck, it's weird. I'm hearing these little voices in my head, but I know that they're not my voice, because my voice inside, I finally figure out how to, because my other part of me, like I said, my other part of me went back to the earth, or Gaia. The Gaian part of me is back. So there's only me inside my head right now. Indoctrinated. I hate that word, indoctrinated, That's a spell word, indoctrinated. Because that's what they did. Joy, that's what they did. See, the word you just said is basically, it's a spell word, we are so, I agree, we are so indoctrinated, I hate that word, indoctrinated. It's like they make it sound like it's normal when they say that word, indoctrinated. That's how I work. I just pick up on the word, because I realize that one word that you said is a spell word. It's funny how we use our words too. It's like everything about our words is nothing but spells. They keep us trapped inside this reality, but we can use the words. I found out we can use the words against this reality. We can reflect the words back. Instead of using our own words against our own selves, because that's the way we work. The thoughts, our own thoughts. It's funny. Our own thoughts are creating and manifesting this world. Our own thoughts are creating our own conscience. We're all one conscience on this world. I know we're all one conscience on this world. That's why I always say we are one. We're all one, and then it's funny about the ones who are unconscious. The political, the religious, the money, the greedy gold digger mind. They're all unconscious in their world, because they see right now they're the majority. The unconscious people are now the majority of this world. So the ones who are controlling the unconscious are controlling at least they're controlling at least 90% of the human beings on this world, except for the other ones underground, because the other ones underground are not controlled. And I found out the reptilians, they're being mind controlled too. The reptilians, the working class, the working caste system, and the reptilians, they're being mind controlled too. So it's not just human beings, it's the reptilians. So it's like, it's weird. It's like the working class reptilians, because I look at humanity as a working class reptilian, because they have rituals when they have their religious beliefs, their religious and political mind, and the warrior set. Because I look at a Christian that way, because they're so reptilian. Christians are very reptilian. I'm going to tell you, Christians are, all religious people, they're all very reptilian, and they're not even aware that they're very reptilian, because they're kind of like, you can hear the tone of their voice. How they use it's funny it's how you use your words, and how you pronounce your words, and how you project yourself in your words. Because if you have an emotionless, it's like, I realize that if you're an emotionless person, which I heard Christianity, I hear a lot of Christians that are very emotionless, because I can see that when they're in their warrior mindset, and when you have a warrior mindset and you're shaking people's hands saying thank you for your service, and you're not caring about that person who died, the family who died, that shows you that you are a cold-hearted person. It shows you have no feelings for the people who died in that war. Yeah, it's like a program. It's weird. You can hear the programming. It's like a robotic, it's a robotic tone almost. When you see a soldier, when you look at a soldier, listen to the voice, listen to their voice, because it's a straight tone on their voice. When you hear Christians, they give you the facade. It's like all religion. They give you the facade. They give you, but you can see it in their voice. You can see it in their frequency and the way they act. But so listen. That's why I always tell my people, whoever watches me, go and listen to people in this reality. And then when you go to the business, listen to your news. Listen to your business. Listen to the way business people. They have the same kind of tone. It's a straight line tone when they talk, but they do kiss ass. I mean, you have to kiss ass, and then you can't have friends. In the workplace, you can't be friends. That's a negative. That's funny. It's like, yeah, you work together, but you're not really friends. Because when you quit, when they fire you, it's funny when you get fired from a job, you're not going to see that person again. You're not going to see that person again. You'll be in another job. You're going to make new friends in another job, so-called friends. And then you go to it's like it's really just the people in the leadership have a certain tone, that you have to listen to. It's like a cold-hearted. It's like a straight tone, straight frequency. Because I hear the frequencies of everybody's voice. That's kind of like, that's weird that I could pick it up. That's in my own way. That is strange because and then most of the shit that I've been talking about is all by intuition. It's not by books. It's like everything I talk about is all by intuition, by the environment that I'm in and the people I meet. And it's like and then I realize it all comes down to everybody, you know because anybody can do this. Anybody can do what I can do. I mean, anybody can do what I can do. They can go out there and observe and hear. You first thing you do is observe, hear, and then react. I don't know, because reaction is when I make a video, and then people don't understand that people project. People do project their negative frequencies, and they don't realize that they're negative. In this world, especially when it comes to corporations. When I go to a corporation, yeah, I can feel there's a buffer. When you go to your job, there's it feels like there's a buffer somehow. It feels like it's like there's something. It feels like you're trapped. It's like you're trapped there and you have no choice. It's like a spill. It's like you're trapped, but you have no choice when you go work. When you it's like the feelings of the people. Yeah, the feelings of the people that you work for. Yeah, it's like the tones. It's the tone of their voice that gives them the way. I found that it comes down to the tone of the voice, which gives these negative people away, these greedy gold diggers away, the way they are. Because they don't have. It's like I saw a video of these greedy gold diggers want to strip mine north, near the border of Canada. They want to go strip, and then they want to put a sign saying it's okay for me to go destroy this land of all these trees. So they created a law for them for their. It's like they play. It's like playing a game, right? I'll make up the rules. I make the rules, so that means I can do whatever I want. Basically, that's how they do it. It's really simple. You make it's like they can make up all kinds of rules saying it's okay for them, and they can get around with these rules. You know, and saying it's okay for them to do this. It's okay for them to take all the trees for their own profit. Yeah, the energy on not being content. Yeah, it's just they need to bring back the environment. So that's why I say destroy all the roads and grow gardens. You know, so if you grow more gardens, you could feed all the people on this fucking planet. You know, without poison. You know, without using Monsanto. You know, plant trees and gardens. That's my thing. You know, it's like yeah, if you want a positive environment, you want nobody to get hungry. Yeah, plant trees, plant gardens. You know, it's like yeah, and nobody will go hungry. You know, it's like 24/7, 7 days a week. Plant. Destroy as much roads as you possibly can and become local. You know, and then it's like truck drivers. You know, truck drivers don't want to go out, stay out 2, 3 months at a time. Then what you should do is just become local, make the whole town become local, you know, and then people will be happy. You know, truck drivers, you know, it's funny about truck driving. It's like, yeah, these greedy gold digger, cold hearted assholes, you know, they want to keep us out 2, 3, you know, at least a month and have 1 and 2 days off. You stay out a month and take 2 days off. You tell me what's wrong with that picture, you know? Yeah. The truth. Yeah. It's like I want everybody. It's funny about me. I want everyone to make videos. I want everyone to make a video telling the truth about their life. You know, that's what I want. I want everyone to make a video, tell the truth about their life and how their life is, and then it's funny. And then all the shit I said, you know, all the shit I said will comes to reality. You know, all the shit I said comes to reality. And then people will really wake up in their fucking hellhole because yeah, people don't want to hear the fucking truth. You know, it's weird. You know, it's funny, Joy. I'm feeling this vibration right now. I'm feeling a vibration, and I feel like there's a heat, some kind of heat hitting my back right now. That's one thing they don't understand about this other part. That when you could feel energy. You know, right now I feel energy and people will think I'm fucking crazy because I can feel energy. You know, it's like I feel. It's like it's weird now. It's like I became more sensitive. You know, only problem about me is I'm not good at. I'm not really good at. You know, seeing. I'm not good at seeing. I can tell you that. I'm not 100% good at seeing. The only thing I see right now is all on me. You know, that's the things I've been, and the majority of things I talk about are all intuition. It's all natural intuition. The ones I talk about, because when I go out, I see, I feel. You know, that's how I work. But I'm not good at seeing or you know remote viewing. I'm not good at remote viewing. I'm gonna tell you that. I suck at remote viewing. You know, I can only thing I can see is some part of me are is showing and it's weird about me. I see it's like I have clouds. I have clouds are talking to me. You know, you think that people will think I'm crazy because I have clouds talking. One thing I do feel, I feel the pressure of the clouds outside. I feel the pressure of the clouds, and I can see things inside the clouds. I see pictures in the clouds. I usually take on Facebook. I have a photograph of something that I don't understand because I saw the moon, the sun, and this big, huge cloud. It felt like a big, huge, solid object. You know, to me, it felt like a big, huge, solid object. Didn't know what it was. I had to take a picture of it. But this sun and the dragon, you know, that I saw. You know, for me, when the eclipse, like I said, when the eclipse happened, a dragon appeared. A cloud dragon, a perfectly cloud dragon appeared in front of me. You know, and then I saw an eye. You know, I saw an eye and it disappeared. It was weird about that one too. It blinked at me. It blinked at me. And then the clouds have eyes in it too. So every time I go out, I see eyes in those clouds, and they're all looking towards at me. I say, what the fuck are you guys looking at me for? So it sounds, people will think I'm crazy because I see it and I feel it. I understand it. It's like I realized there's a big blue, and then I found out Corey Goode talks about this big blue orb around the planet, the big blue orb. And he said it's from the ninth density. It's from the ninth density. And it's speaking to me. When I bought my motorcycle, it was funny about me. When I bought my motorcycle, I had two cloud motorcycles in front of me. It's like right there in front of me, two cloud motorcycles, It's like either it's me manifesting it or this big huge blue orb thing is communicating with me, because they know I'm not good at hearing. I know it knows that I'm not good at hearing this thing, because sometimes I feel like I know it. I feel like I know this big blue orb around the planet. I feel like I think I'm from there. I don't know, but I feel like I'm from there. It's like okay. Now I have to ask myself, is what the fuck am I doing here? If I'm from a higher density, which I think I am. I think I'm from a way higher density than the fourth and the fifth, So if this ninth density cloud is communicating with me, because I didn't see no blue orbs. For me, I never saw any blue orbs. For me, only Corey Goode and all the other people that were at the UFO conference. Some of them saw the blue orbs. I didn't see anything. That's how realistic I am. I'm so realistic. I'm so real. To be honest, it's like I never seen a blue orb. Only thing I can see is this big huge blue thing communicating with me. Unless it's me manifesting inside those clouds. Which is kind of weird. Is it me manifesting the clouds, or is this big blue orb around our planet manifesting the clouds? The one who created the dragon to let me know that, yeah, you're one of them, because I see a lot of dragons. In my way, I see a lot of dragons, but people in this reality are so damn busy. Yeah, I realize people are so damn busy, they don't look up. They never look up. They never recognize things, because you have to have an artist. I found out you need an artist's eye to understand shapes. If you understand shapes and you understand how the shape is used, then you can see right through the clouds and you can understand what it's telling you about. It's like, yeah, this planet does communicate. I realize this planet does communicate. Gaia does talk. And I know she talks. And it's funny about that is, like, I know Gaia. I know her. That's why I want to heal her up. That's what I want. Some part of me has this it's like I'm angry because I got these greedy gold diggers who doesn't give a fuck about Gaia, because I know it's like, yeah. And they're asking me, why are you so angry? Why are you so, look at what you guys are doing. You guys, it's like you have no conscience of what these greedy gold diggers do not have a conscience on what they're doing. And they're so blind. And now it's funny. Now I've been driving. I've been seeing a lot of dead deers on the road. I've been seeing a lot of dead deers, I saw some dead dogs, dead deers on the road, and we don't give a fuck, because we kind of, it's like, I feel like I invaded the animals' territory. We invaded the animals' territory. We stolen a lot of, we fenced up everything. And there's no migration for animals, for the animals on this planet. There is no migrations for them to go, So yeah, we got to destroy at least we got to destroy some towns so these animals can migrate and do what they naturally do, and build something that these animals can actually live on, because the animals are more important, are part of the ecosystem. Animals are part of the ecosystem. They're the ones who are maintaining. Animals are actually maintaining the ecosystem, you know? And the greedy gold diggers, the ones who think, oh yeah, we're doing a great job, we're being positive, and they realize they don't have a thought or conscience, and then they turn around and manipulate you and make up all kinds of bullshit lies and excuses, say, oh yeah, we have no choice to do this. We have no choice to, it's like the no choice thing, the no choice spell. The no choice spell I hate most on this fucking planet. When you say you have no choice, that means you're forcing these people, you're forcing humanity to destroy their environment because you have no choice, because you have to make the almighty big money. Because everybody's in competition to make millions of dollars. The goal is to make $1 million, and then you realize it's like flipping a coin of making $1 million. It's like flipping a fucking coin, or the odds. The odds of making that $1 million, one in 7 billion people, or 2, 3, 20 out of 7 billion people will win that. Like it's like a lottery ticket, exactly. The lies they spread, just the excuse they do, just to ruin the environment, ruin the air we breathe in. It shows you how negative these fuckers are and how blind these fuckers are. So yeah, I'm the reality check. That's what I am. I'm here to give everybody a reality check. And it's funny, the ones who kind of like skips my channel wants to live in their own denial. They like to live in their own denial, and they say, "Oh yeah, we're positive. We're gonna go somewhere. We're all gonna go somewhere." No, you're not gonna go anywhere. Until you straighten this place out. Until you straighten yourself out. It's for me. I'm straightening myself out. That's what I'm doing. I'm helping Ilana. And it's fucking. I got my little tiny group. I have my little tiny group of people. And David, I like. He's a great guy. David, he's up in Indiana. He's a really great guy. And I got Steve. I got Mike. Mike is a new one. Mike, he's up in Pennsylvania. And I got Christine, and I got Laura. I got my own little tiny group. That's all I do. It's like on Facebook. I post a lot of shit on Facebook. It's funny. Where most of some of my things came from, these scammers from India. Now my eyes are on scammers in India and the ones in Africa. Because they're and it's funny, they're Christian. Africans are Christians, very hardcore Christians, and talk about how selfish they are as a Christian. They're very fucking self. They're very backwards over there. I had a lot of Africans attacking me, on Facebook. I had Muslims attacking me on Facebook too, and African Muslims. And then and there's some I made friends with. I made some friends with some of the Muslims, and and the Christians I can't stand. I'm sorry to say that I can't stand Christians. It's like I can't go near them because they're so damn negative. And just being honest, it's like there's something about them. Just everything has to be. They're so warrior like. They're warmongers. Christians are warmongers. That's how I kind of like realize how much a warmonger they are. And they're dominant. They're like the reptilians, warmonger, and they're dominant. And if you don't do it my way, take the highway. It's funny. It's like, yeah, I try to go against everything what Christianity stands for. I go against what all religions stand for in this world. I mean, I think spirituality. I don't mind spirituality. I brought back my spirituality back, because I was an atheist. So as an atheist, it's like I kind of like I have my own way of breaking things down, how I see things. But it's in a strange way, so I call myself a utopian. So utopia, it doesn't sound it doesn't sound communist, it doesn't sound capitalist, because the political people, they're all into the communists and the capitalism, because they're always going to fight against each other about their capitalism and communism. The two C's. You notice they're two C's in capitalism and communism. Don't you notice that the two C's? Yeah, they're the same. They both like control. One's for leadership, the other one's for leadership. It's all about profit making. They like cheap labor. Capitalism like cheap laborers. So same with communism. They're if you compare both capitalism and communism, to me they're just the same. The only thing different about capitalism is that you have to pay. So yeah, you gotta have people suffer too in capitalism. And communism, same way. Communism, you're all going to suffer anyways, because everybody's got to live by this one ruler. Here you got rulers. You got one ruler. You got your presidents, and you got rulers underneath the rulers that rule against everybody else. So you got multi-level rulers. So you're always going to get ruled by these so-called greedy gold diggers that believes in leadership. And so I kind of figure out, why can't we all be leaders? Why can't every human being be a leader? We all go on the computer all at one time, and we all vote. Every human being vote, or say, do everybody want to do this? Say aye. Did anybody want to do that? Say nay. And then if someone doesn't, if this group likes, say yes, we can do this. Yeah, great. But develop a system where everybody participate. In this system, the system that we have right now, I would not participate in this system. I will not participate in this political system, because it's always going to be in favor to the people always vote for the corrupt leaders. Human beings, and it's funny about Christianity, they embrace corrupt leaders. They embrace egotistic leaders. I noticed that. And then it's the same thing. You go to Dubai, you got mega millionaires that can buy the leaders. They got billionaires that can buy your leaders can be bought. That's what money does. Money buys. It buys your leaders. You don't actually have real leaders, because most of these leaders are all controlled by corporate assholes. Because this whole world is based on corporations. So you're never going to have a real honest leader. When you're a corporation, you have to lie and make profit. That's basically the whole idea is to lie and make profit. The game, that's how you play the game. You lie. Just like scamming. The Indian scammers. They think they have an actual business. These Indian scammers, they believe they have an actual business because they run it like an actual business. And they think they're not scammers. Just like corporations, if you look at the Indian scammers and the corporation, they're the same. I'm going to tell you, they are exactly the same. The Indian scammers and corporations, because I realized that the Indian scammers, they like to be in denial. Corporations, they can create their own rules and scam the legal way. See, corporations are legally scamming people, because they're no different from an Indian scammer. It's all about business, So you got to compare the two. You got to compare how you do business, because it's all about business. It's like a scammer. The Indian scammers, they function like a business. They get a paycheck for every person they scam. Just like a corporation. You know. Yeah, no industrial farming. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. We don't need industrial farming. We don't need. You don't need. I mean, only thing industry that you need is to build spaceships. You know, or farm. Oh, you can make a you can make an automated farming, but you don't have to use the chemicals that they put in. You have to get rid of the chemicals. And then another thing you got to understand that this planet needs to heal. That's one thing that these greedy gold diggers don't understand. That this planet needs to heal. It does heal. If you leave the land alone for like 10, 15 years, let it heal, then you understand. But these greedy gold diggers want to just rape. Basically, the greedy gold diggers are raping the land. I'm going to tell you, the greedy gold diggers are raping the land because if you come to the point where you're putting chemicals in it, then they're not giving the land time to rest. The land needs to rest. That's why I say start planting so it can heal. You gotta plant. You gotta replant everything so it can heal up. That's the way it works. You can't just keep on. I mean, you gotta feed the people at the same time, so you gotta develop some tablets. You know, to the point. Yeah, you do gotta develop some tablets. So the land does gotta heal. It's gonna take a long time to heal. The land here is gonna take a long time to heal. You know, so you got to find a way to heal this planet up big time, and then you got to clean up all the chemicals. You got to take the plastic out. You got to take all. Greedy gold diggers don't want to take responsibility. That's why they create contracts. Like I say, when you create contracts, the greedy gold diggers will make all kinds of excuses. That's why they have a judicial system. So they have an excuse not to clean. They have an excuse not to do this, not to do that. So they don't want to take responsibility. Greedy gold diggers on this planet do not like to take responsibility for nobody. I'm gonna be straight up blunt about that. They do not want to be responsible. That's why you have to go fight it in court. You have to fight in everything in court. Which is really stupid and ignorant. To fight in court. For everything. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna kill somebody, yeah, I can see putting somebody in jail for killing. You know, that's it. That's all I care right now. No killing, no child molesting, no child trafficking. Those are things you don't need. Get rid of them. I mean, that you should develop a law for that. But all the other laws, all the greedy gold diggers like to, you know, the fucking laws are so twisted. The greedy gold diggers don't even know their own fucking laws. That's one thing that's so fucked up about this world. The greedy gold diggers do not know nothing about their laws. You know, that's why you have to become a lawyer. That's why you have to. That's why the only way you can understand the laws is you have to be a lawyer. And they tell us you can't break the law. You can't break this. And it's like you never was taught the law. You never was taught the law in high school. I mean, you were never taught how law. So you have to come out here and you don't know. It's funny. You don't even know if you're breaking the law or not. That's the one thing so fucked up about greedy gold diggers on this world is they give you they tell you not to break the law, but you don't know shit about it. Unless you're a lawyer. And then and the legalese bullshit. You know, they need to get rid of the legalese bullshit. Because corporations created the legalese, which is, I call that racism. We'll call that racism. Legalese is a racist fucking law. That's what it is. It's a racist fucking law, and it doesn't give a damn about humanity. So we have to listen to these bullshit fuckers who create all these bullshit laws. I think we should just take all the laws and burn them. Burn all that fucking laws. It's like, jeez. And the judges, it's funny. The greedy gold digging judges. They believe they're gods. They believe they are God. So it's like you can't speak freely to a judge, unless you have a lawyer present. So basically, you're still not free if you don't have a lawyer. If you have a lawyer, you're not free because the lawyer is going to speak for you. So how are you going to? It's like you need a lawyer to defend yourself. So basically, if you're free, well, it's funny. It's about winning and losing in court. If you notice the winning and losing part of court, it's always about winning and losing, which is really pathetic. I think that we had to listen to a judge that believes it's above God. It's like below God. It believes this person believes it's God, and it's funny about this person that these judges, they create up these unrealistic amount of money, these unrealistic amount of fines. That's a real negative with these unrealistic. It's like $250,000 fine. 250. That's greed right there. That's a fucking greed talk right there. It's fun. It shows you how greedy the judicial system is greedy to itself. And then cops with their quotas. Cops have to meet a certain quota. So they can get it's like you have to pay. They all have to make their paychecks, so they have to make a certain quota. It's like, yeah, it's a business. The justice system is a business. It runs like a business because it's under a budget. We all pay our taxes to these people that runs like a business because they're profiting off when you pay your taxes, they're profiting. It's still, and I realized that when I was in the army, it was everything was by budget. Everything was by budget. The going to the field was a budget. It's a business. The armed forces is nothing but a business. That's all it is. It's just because you still get. So when you work in a business, you're required to have an employee number. If you have an employee number, you're definitely you're in a corporation if you have an employee number. It doesn't matter if you're a government or a corporation. If you have an employment number, you're a fucking slave. You're still an employee. So yeah, and then the corporation. It's funny. Corporation invented the record system. The corporations invented the record system. So yeah, they like to talk about divide and conquer. The record system and the credit system are all it's divide and conquer because they want to either you go up in life. They always tell you either go up. We like to go up in life. We always like to go up in life. Yeah, divide and conquer is so funny about this world because America itself, its freedom is divide and conquer. Freedom in America is basically just divide and conquer. So you're not really free because you got all these fucking greedy ass fucks everywhere that find you so they can make profits. It's all about profit making. It's all about business. Everything's a business. Cops, your justice system, everybody. It's like, and then the money is not real. Like I said, the money. It's like we have counterfeit money. To me, money is not real. I don't believe it. To me, it's just a piece of paper that you can wipe your ass with. That shows you how brainwashed you really are if you believe in a piece of paper that you can wipe your ass with. And it's a Masonic money. We spend a Masonic money. It's Masons all written right there in front of your, especially in America. This shows you how ignorant this is how ignorant Americans are so ignorant that they have the little owl on the dollar bill. They have the all-seeing eye, and they and people don't think the Masons exist. because they're so distracted, and they want to work so hard in everything they do in life. Yeah, we're so distracted in everything we do in life. I mean, everything we do from is all about fear. That's what it's about. It's all about fear. That's what America stands for. Fear. We have no choice. You know, that's basically what America does. It's like it manipulates. Yeah, we're all slaves on planet Earth. Because Earth to me. I don't believe in the word Earth. Earth to me is just because it's an unconscious human who has no conscience about anything, so they call it Earth. They think it's just a ball of rock. And that's one thing about this planet that we live on. You know, we all need to breathe. We all need to eat. We all need to drink water. And these greedy gold diggers do not have a conscience about that. They don't give a fuck if we don't breathe. They don't give a fuck if we don't breathe. They don't give a fuck if we don't eat. They don't give a fuck if we don't drink. That's what greedy gold diggers are. Greedy gold diggers do not give a fuck about life itself. Greedy gold diggers do not give a fuck about life itself because they're so distracted, and they want, and then turn around. They're so in denial about the way they are. It's like it's like you have. It's funny. You have like I said, you have chemicals in your food, and you don't know what it is. You have fluoride in your water system, and you think that's okay. It's funny. I had a Christian guy. He told me that fluoride. This Christian guy. This is a Christian. He told me fluoride was okay. This is I can never forget what that Christian guy said. I can never forget somebody's word saying that fluoride was normal. Was healthy. It just this is from a Christian. It's like I never forget. It's like something you don't forget what somebody said. It's like it shows you how corrupt these Christians are. Because on Facebook I talk bad about Christianity, how stupid and dumb they are. I talk bad about Christianity because they're the most ignorant. I think I'm sorry to say Christianity in America are the most ignorant and stupid and dumb. You go to college for a Bible so it's like the Bible is so misprinted and so misled and everything, and they go to college for this shit. It shows you how ignorant they really are, and they have it's funny about them believing it's thousands of years here, but in reality is billions of years here on this planet. It's billions. It's not thousands. You got to be the most ignorant person to believe in thousands. If your mind thinks in thousands, then you are the most ignorant person. Because for me, I feel like it's over billions. It could be trillions. The universe out there is not. Universe is not billions of years old. I'm going to tell you right now, the universe is not billions of years old. It's older than that. It's beyond quadrillions. It's beyond quadrillions of years. And if you it's funny how these people, these greedy gold diggers think. The furthest they can think, the furthest that their mind can go is up to 25,000 years, maybe. They're lucky enough to get 100,000 years, And then when they find something on this planet that's over 1 billion years old, then they hide it and they put it in the Smithsonian Museum, And then they don't want to tell humanity about the real truth about what America is, because America was never, like I said, America was never a Republican state. America was never Republican before, there was something going on in this country. There was more than something going on in this country because there were giants here in this country, and they had a completely different system. And these so-called civilized people, these so-called Republicans, whatever you call them, these political-minded assholes, changed everything, hide everything, and manipulated us to believe that is 25,000 or thousands of years. If you think of thousands, you have to be the most ignorant person. Because it's funny that I hear politicians who thinks in thousands, Because for me, I think in my mind, in my conscience, I see infinite quadrillions of years according to human time, because and for me, time does not exist. I don't know. It's for me. I don't believe. I have a different way of thinking of what time. I don't believe in time. I don't believe because in the beginning there was no time. In the beginning, I know there was no time. In the beginning, because you have if you believe in time, you must be a really young person or a young entity or a young creation if you believe in time, because me, I don't believe in time. Yeah, time, in this reality, there are infinite, multiple alternate realities, there's infinite alternate realities of us, but there's multiple different densities too. And we are in. I remember back in the alternate reality I was from. I remember dimensions. I remember we used to call this dimensions. Now all of a sudden it's changed to density, it's like that got me confused because that's all I remember is everybody talking about dimensions back then, and now I see densities. Now I realize that there are pockets within this ultimate reality. There are pockets of alternate of different densities. I think there's pockets of different densities, and and I realize that the higher the higher your density, because the third density, this is the whole third density, the including the extraterrestrials, they're all just like us, but they're just more advanced than we are. They're stuck in the third density, or I don't know if they're either that they're in a higher density, but it's like they go back and forth in different densities, because time is a little faster, and there in some part of that density, the time is a little bit faster, which is weird. And now I'm thinking of time. I'm thinking like a human. When you think like a human, you think about time and all that. But if you took humanity out of your conscience, if you don't think like a human, that's why I always tell everybody, don't think like a human. When you don't think like a human, then you see something completely different. That's why I always say, stop thinking like a human, because inside of me is not human. I know I'm not human on the inside. My conscience, it's an energy being. I'm going to tell you, I'm a green energy being. I'm green, like the dragon. So I created and manifest this dragon inside me. So I use that. If somebody wants to go against me, then I use that. Because I know on the other side, the dragon part of side of the energetic dragon part of me, has, it's like it grows, because I realize I realized how much abuse I had. I found out how much abuse I had in this planet. I mean, I've been abused hardcore. So you imagine my evolution of being, because according to this reality, the more abused that you are, the more you evolve, you know? The more abused that you are, the more bigger and more evolved that you are. I've been abused hardcore. I can tell you right now, I can see all my lies, and I've been abused. I mean, hardcore. Even I know Jay Essex sees that. You know, the more I get abused, the more stronger I get. I tell you that I realize that the more abused that I get, the more stronger I get. You know, so you take all those lifetimes that I've been abused. You know, I've been killed, been abused. I mean, everything about my life has been abused. And even this life, you know, this life right here has taken my abuse a little bit higher. You know, this life took my abuse a little higher. So the more abuse you give me, the more evolve I get, the more I grow. You know, because I realize that now. You know, the more I understand. But at the same time, I had to become positive. You know, which is really confusing. You know, it's very confusing that they say they talk about being abuse. They talk about they say that the only way these human bodies work is you have to be abused more. But and then they want you to be positive. So it's kind of hard to have both. You know, but yeah, I think you can have both, but it's like it's you need to find a balance between it. You know, this world this world abuses you like crazy. So it's like every day, it's like it sucks everything out of me, but at the same time, I'm fucking, fucking growing, getting stronger. You know, it's hard to explain. You know, it's hard to explain. Everybody's different. I'm gonna tell you. You know, everyone's different. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's abuse is different. Everybody's fear is different, and somehow we all are all going through the same kind of fear at the same time. You know, it's fun. It's weird that I brought my spirituality back. You know, it's like I never wanted spirituality. You know, but now kind of like I need spirituality, but I'm not spiritual. I'm telling you, I'm not spiritual enough. You know, but it's like I just want to be honest. I think honesty is more. That's what we need, is to be honest with ourselves. You know, stop living a lie. You know, it's like I love. Yeah, it's funny. I love being transgendered. You know, I'm not ashamed. You know, these trolls try to expose me, which I already exposed myself already in one of my videos with the trolls. You know, they exposed me, and it's like, yeah, great. You know, I had the fear of being me. You know, I had a fear of being me. I hated me. I hated my other self. I'm gonna tell you something. I hated my male self. I can't stand it. You know, it was shy. My male self was so shy. It was an introvert. You know, I hated my male self. I couldn't stand it. You know, it's funny. All my lives, I realized that all my lives I've been male, and then I've been female too. I've been female. So these Christians do not understand past lives, because we all been male and female. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about your gender, to be honest, because I like the feminine. I'm going to tell you, I like the feminine. I love feminine. It's like I wish women actually have more equality in life. You know, I wish women You know, that we got to get out of this man complex. You know, we definitely have to get out of this man complex because it's kind of like is moving everything backwards. You know, so I think the women is it's the women's turn. I'm going to tell you, in my perspective, I think this should be the women's turn to bring back the loving, caring on this planet. You know, they're more caring. It's funny, women are more caring to animals. I mean, there are some women that shoots animals and abuse animals, but I think majority of most women care about animals more than guys do. You know, it's like they have. It's like we need women to. I think women should be it should women should we should balance the level between the male and the female. You know, we shouldn't make it. We shouldn't have this man complex. We should have a balance with the male and the female, or female to the male. It doesn't matter. You know, there should be equality for everything. You know, yeah. Women got three times hard than a man does. I think women have living on this world have are three times living three because you know the one they're the one who's in, who gets pregnant. You know, if you think about it, you know, men, you know, they do it, and then the women have to have to live with the pain, having their life come out of them. You know, so man should respect the women for creating because you guys created life. You know, women are the ones who are in the most pain in life, and then all of a sudden these men think women are the curse, which is really, you know, in a religious cult. In a religious cult, that's what it is. Religion is a cult, and women are not. It's funny. I found in a Bible where a woman was outside, you know, and this man had every right to abuse this woman according in this Bible, this quote that I saw. I don't know why. I don't know where this part came up. Where this woman was outside, you know, while the man was sleeping on the bed, and she was sleeping on the stairways. You know, it shows you how disgusting it is with women. You know, it's like she does all the labor. I mean, she works her ass off. She has to go. You know, hello. Yeah, it's like she has to. It's like it's funny that you know it just women's going. You know, women have a three time. I mean, they have a better chance of being homeless than a man does. A woman has a better chance of being homeless than a man does, and having children. If you have a homeless woman with like 2 or 3 kids, that tells you that there's something wrong with that picture. You know, if you have a homeless woman with 2 or 3 kids, then there's something wrong with that picture. It shows you how religious is so twisted and backwards in this world. You know, it's like yeah, women. You know, without women, I wouldn't be born. You know, without a woman, I wouldn't be born. So you have to respect them. I think you should respect the woman. Women should. I think women should have housing. All women should have housing. You know, and food and everything. I mean, even men. I mean, if there's homeless men out there taking care of kids, yeah, even men. You know, if a woman neglects her children, yeah, I can see that too. I mean, it goes both ways. You know, if a single man taking care of the kids, and a woman's out going get drunk, then there's something wrong with that picture too. Yeah, it's got to be. It's always about the children. You know, it's always about the children. It's always about the education. You know, your children. You know, these homeless women and homeless men. The children needs to be educated. You know, but this world doesn't do it. This world does not give a fuck about women. You know, this woman, it doesn't give a fuck about women because in a religious world, it's all man. You know, it's a manly. It's funny about these denialists who believe it's not there's equality for women. There's not. It's not really. All these religions are not equal to women. You know, because they always, it's like in a religious, you know, in a religious mind, they always got these, they always make up all kinds of excuses. They always make up all these bullshit. And then you realize it's in your Bible too. It's in your fucking Bible. It degrades what in the Bible. It does degrade women, even in the Quran. You know, I mean, shit. It's pretty obvious. You can see it. I don't have to read any Bible. I don't have to read the Quran. I can just see it. You know, I don't have to read anything to believe it. Just look at it, just to feel. You know, it's funny how it's for me and Ilona, right? For me and Ilona, I treat Ilona how she wants to be treated. You know, that's the way I work. I treat her the way she's supposed to be treated. You know, equally. No, if she has. If we argue, yeah, if she's mad, she walks out. Let her walk out. If I'm mad, I walk out too, and then we sit and talk about it. You know. Oh no. Here we go. We got another narcissist. Homer. He's a narcissist. We got a narcissist right here. I could feel him. He's a typical narcissist. Thank you. Welcome, Holver. Welcome, narcissist Holver. He's so stuck up about himself right now. I realize that now. See, you're a typical narcissist. You know, that's what a typical narcissist would say. You know, because I can feel it's so obvious that you are a narcissist. I mean, yeah, I guess you like to abuse women. You know, I figured that you're an abuser of women. You like to abuse people. You know, that's what you do. You're an abuser. Only a narcissist would abuse people mentally, because I guess that's what you do with your girlfriend. Over, you must do that to your girlfriend all the time. You must fucking abuse her. You must have beat the shit out of your girlfriend, because that's what you feel like. You know, you're a typical narcissist. That's what you are. Hover is a narcissist. That's what he is. I'm exposing Hover as a narcissist because that's what he is. He's an abuser. That's what he does best. He likes to abuse. You know, he hits his girlfriend. Only a narcissist person like you would hit your girlfriend. You know, who always you're a typical narcissist that would cut down your girlfriend. I bet you hit your girlfriend. I bet you abuse your girlfriend too. Did you ever hit your girl? I guess you hit your girlfriend. You know, only a narcissist would do that because they always like to dominate. You know, only a narcissist like you, Hover, likes to dominate women. You know, that's what you do. You know, you think you're proud and mighty. You know, you think you're the biggest bad motherfucker on this planet. You know, but you're still a narcissist. You know, that's what comes out on you. That's what I see in you right now, Hover. You're just a typical narcissist who likes domination. You know, who likes to beat up women because you like. I mean, you're so glad that you do beat up women. You know, beating up women is what Hover does best. Mr. Narcissist. You know, I realize that trolls, I realize that trolls are all narcissists. You know, that's what I'm going to call them. All these trolls are nothing but narcissists, they control freaks. You know, that's what they are. They're all narcissistic control freaks who likes to dominate, that likes to abuse human beings. That's what trolls do best, is to to dominate and control and fuck with people's head. That's a typical abuser. That's what a narcissistic person does. They like to abuse people, period. You know? I'm exposing Hover. I'm exposing all the trolls for being narcissistic, stuck-up human beings living in denial, that abuse girls, that abuse human beings, that abuse gay, abuse everything. I don't give a fuck what they are. They abuse everything. They're all narcissistic assholes, you know? So I'm not afraid of a troll anymore. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of a narcissistic person because that's what they are. The enjoyment of torturing people. That's what a narcissistic person does best, is enjoyment of torturing people. That's why he's gone. That's why he walked away, because I keep on calling him a narcissistic. That's what they are. Hey, any YouTuber out there, when you see a troll, call him a narcissistic person, because that's what they are. So yeah, I ain't afraid of a troll anymore. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you. I hate narcissistic people. It's like it's just they're abusers of life. That's all they do, is they like to abuse. That's all they care about. That's what this world's about. It's about abusing people, about putting fear on people. Only a narcissistic psychopath would like to abuse people. That's what they are. That's what a greedy gold digger does. That's a greedy gold digger is a narcissistic human being that likes to fucking control and dominate and put fear on. That's the real truth. I'm going to be honest about it. That's the real truth. That's what this world does. It doesn't give a fuck. Well, only a narcissistic person would care about what I am. Only a narcissistic person would care about what I am. A real human being wouldn't care what I am. I mean, a real human being wouldn't care about what I am or who I am. A narcissistic person is the only person that cares what I am. He doesn't give a fuck about nobody. Yeah. It's funny. America is basically, Americans. They're all narcissistic psychopaths with big ass egos. They all have their almighty ego, and they think they think they're like they think they're the almighty ones of this planet. They think they control everything, and they believe that they're more important. It's funny about these narcissistic people. They believe that they're the most important. So they want to keep you stupid and dumb, and they live in their stupid denial. They live in their stupid denial. They want to keep the fear going. So only a narcissistic human being would like to keep the fear going. Hover is the best example of what a narcissistic person that lives in denial. He thinks he's the almighty one. He thinks he's the most important. He believes that he believes he's the center of the universe. Everybody has to rely on Hover. This is what a narcissistic person is about. We all have to rely on his racist ass, or whatever he is. I don't give a fuck what he is. We all have to rely on his ass. We have to all believe in him. That's one thing about this world. We all have to believe in these motherfuckers, that believes that we have to live in their world. We have to live in their fucking fucking twisted, hellhole. That's what it is. We have to live in their hellhole. It's funny about these narcissistic people. We have to live in their hell. They want to create hell for everybody else in this world, and they don't give a damn. They have no conscience. They don't feel. Hover does not feel at all. Hover doesn't have any feeling at all. I can tell you that for a fact. He does not. There's no guilt. He has no guilt conscience for anybody. You know, it shows you how ignorant. Hover is the most ignorant person. He's the best example of what ignorant is on this world. He thinks he's alone in the universe. This is what Hover is about. He thinks he's alone in the universe, and he thinks he's like the center of everything else. So we have to believe in Hover. We have to believe in this motherfucking shithead, narcissistic asshole. Yeah. Hover is nothing but a fraud. That's what he is. He's always going to be a fucking fraud because he doesn't want to show his true name. He's just like an Indian scammer. If you compare Hover with the Indian scammer, he's exactly the same. Hover and the Indian scammers are all the same. Hover and the African people, the Nigerians. I can compare Hover with the Nigerians too. He's exactly the same as them. So he comes in here. Only thing different about him is he comes down here to torment people. Yeah. All these trolls are just like Nigerians scamming you. That's what trolls are. They're all scammers. That's what they are. They're all frauds. That's all they care about is committing fraud. And all they care about is putting fear on. It's like, I ain't afraid of fucking troll. Why should I be afraid of Hover? Hover's nothing but a fucking fraud himself. He doesn't have a photograph of himself, so he doesn't want to get caught. Hover does not like to get caught. That's the way it works with these fucking narcissistic asshole humans that hides behind their computers. That's what they are. That's what all these fucking assholes are. That's all they care about is they want you to live in their hell. They want to bring their hell to you. Only a narcissistic person has the enjoyment of putting fear on people. Who likes to control people? Who likes to put fear on people? So yeah, Hover is nothing but a narcissistic asshole. That's what he is, and I'm glad he's watching me, because that's what he is. He's a narcissistic. He's an abuser. I think he abuses kids. I think he's a child molester. That's what I feel. Something tells me he must be a child molester. He must abuse kids. It's so funny about these sick fuckers that I have that comes in my fucking these narcissistic assholes that come into my fucking room. That's funny about these people. They don't want equality for life. They don't want equality for anything. These assholes, all they care about is a man. They want their manly world. Everything's got to be manly. That's one thing I hate about this world. Man has created a lot of problems. I'm telling you, man has created a lot of problems. I'm gonna be straight up blunt with you. It's funny that women had to listen to a man. It's funny that women has to listen to a man. Women have to depend on a man to make a paycheck. Like my feminine side. I love my feminine side. I don't give a fuck what everybody thinks. What's wrong with being feminine? What's wrong with having femininity a little bit? It's like there's nothing wrong with that. Because I kind of like embrace. It's funny about me. I embrace my femininity. I embrace it. I think women should live. I think women should be equal to a man. That's what I believe. See, I realized I found out that according to the native people, that there are the two spirit people, and usually the two spirit people bring the woman and man together. That's what our job was. We were supposed to bring the woman and the man together. That's what we were used for. And then all of a sudden the stupid these stupid fucking religious nutbags came into this country, and they got rid of the two spirit people in their beliefs, and they thought that was wrong. Because of the ones who, because of the masculine civilization got rid of the two spirit people that they used to be here. They used to be on this country. They kind of like wiped them away, and then they brainwashed the natives to make them believe it's just it's a man and a woman. That's what they did. They manipulated the natives to be men, but actually the two spirits been here way longer. Two spirits been here way long time. Two spirits been here for billions of years. I'm going to tell you, two spirits people's been here for billions of years. When you go out into space, when you go out there in space, you better prepare yourself, because it's not going to be man and woman when you go out there. Some cultures don't even have a man and a woman. Some cultures, a man can be say you better prepare yourself. Especially Hover. Hover is not prepared, because he's gonna have a hard time. I can tell you right now, by looking at Hover, he's not prepared, because his world's going to be turned upside down. I'm going to tell you right now, Hover's world is going to be turned upside down, because there are beings out there that have 5 or 6 sex, and Hover's mindset, he lives in his fucking prison. He lives in his prison, believing it's man, but the universe is so infinite. You don't know what's out there, Hover, because you're stuck in your fucking prison. That's what you are. You're stuck in your fucking prison, in your make-believe la-la land, that you think you have to pay bills, but in reality, you're just a slave like everybody else. You're on a slave planet, and here he is fighting against me. This is a typical fucking what I always say, gold digger. Hover is a typical gold digger, manly, narcissistic person that likes to live in this fucking dome, that doesn't want to get out. So he creates fear to keep everybody inside the dome. We have to live in Hover's dome world. We got to stay in his dome, because if somebody outside from the planet comes into his dome, Hover's world is going to be I'm going to laugh at Hover. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to laugh my ass at Hover, because he's so stuck in his fucking dome. Because when he sees some being and he can't figure out what sex that being is, and then he's so worried about somebody's sex. It's funny about how Hover worries about what sex I am. That means he can't handle what's outside this planet. That means he can't handle what's outside this planet, because everybody's so worried about people's sex. In reality, Hover is nothing but a fucking sheep. Living his fucking world. Which that's why I fight against these. I fight against Hover. I fight against Hover. I go against everything what he believes in. I go against everything what Hover believes in, because his world, he lives in a fake world. This world is not real to me. In reality, this world is not real. You think this world is real? No, this world is not real. Money is not real. Gold is just a piece of rock, and Hover thinks it's real. Hover believes in it. It shows you how much an ignorant moron he is. He's nothing but a moron, idiot, who believes that gold and money is so precious. It's funny about the in Star Trek, the Ferengi, right? I compare human beings with the Ferengi in Star Trek, because we're so much, the human beings are so alike. the Ferengi and the human beings, because they all care about making profit. They all want to be rich. That's all they care about is making money. That's what the Ferengi was. That's what Ferengi is about. Except for one. They had one Ferengi. Didn't want to. His lobe was off. He was a different Ferengi, so he didn't want to become. He was different. He didn't want to become rich and millionaire. He didn't have the. He didn't look. It's funny about the one that's always the different one. And usually they end up. I don't know. It's somebody that's so different and see things so differently. That they kind of like. It's like when I look at Hulver, it's like you're a witch. You're a witch. We got to throw a rock. We're gonna hang you. Damn it. That's what Hulver is. Hulver is like that. Hulver is one of those pilgrims that will hang a witch. Hulver is one of those type of guys that would he's the guy who hangs people, who makes up all kinds of laws, have an excuse to kill the person, That's how I look at it. I mean, that's how you can read how these people are. Hey, Hulver. I'm kind of itchy right there. It's funny about that. Message retracted. I don't know who retracted the message. I usually have I don't know who retracted the. I don't know. I have designated people did you retracted the message? That's weird. Yeah. Are you still here, Joy? Who's here? Did Joy leave? I had a good talk with Joy, actually. She's pretty cool. so far. It's very rarely I get nice people in here, Very rarely I get nice people. Most of the time, one time I had nothing. I had a full room full of trolls. That was it. I couldn't talk. I just watched them, and they kind of like took over. That's weird because I never had this. A message retracted. I don't know who's doing that. I say thank you, who's doing that. I do have trolls. I mean, I still have trolls coming in here. Yeah, basically, I just want a world where everybody can leave. Everybody can be equal. Everybody can be we're all the same. We're all one. And trolls don't like that. They don't like oneness. They think that's communism. This shows you how stupid they really are. The communism. I don't believe in communism. I don't believe in capitalism. I don't believe in those two. I don't believe anything that has isms. I don't believe in politics. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in money. Money is another way of money is a segregation in itself. It divides and conquer. I'm going to tell you right now, money is divide and conquer. That's what it does. We're all divided by class because of money. They don't understand about divide and conquer. That's one thing about these ignorant political types, these non-religion, religious types, whatever you call them. They're all divide and conquer. Everything, religion is divided and conquer. Everything. Like I say, everything is divided and conquered all the way down to the money, to your race, to your language, everything. And your beliefs. Your beliefs is divides and conquer too, And Hulver is about divide and conquer. Hover is definitely is part of the divide and conquer because he wants to keep everybody. He doesn't want equality for nobody. You know, he doesn't want equality for nobody, so he wants to divide and conquer. He thinks that's normal. You know, if you think about it. So we got to stop this bullshit. I mean, we have to find a way to stop this bullshit. We have to find a way to stop Hoover because there's a lot of them out there. You know, there's a lot of Hoovers out there. There's a lot of, you know. It's funny about me. It's like I'm not popular. It's like I'm not fucking popular. I only have 100 and I don't even know how many people I have. I have 248 people, 248 subscribers. Like, why in the fuck they want to fucking pick on me? You know, it's like they want to get rid of the small TVs, the small YouTubers. It's like that's what they want to do. They want to get rid of the conspiracy. Wait, I think I see the pattern. They want to get rid of the conspiracy theorists, the small YouTubers, so they can have all the big YouTubers take over. You know. It's like they're cleaning up all the small YouTubers in here. It's like it's funny that I need 1,000 subscribers to talk on a telephone, which is really stupid. Shows you how stupid corporation is. It shows you how ignorant they are. YouTube's pretty stupid and ignorant. You know, talk about free speech. You know, it's like there's no such thing as free speech anymore. Because I got Hover. I got a person like Hover who doesn't like somebody like me to speak freely, to speak about the truth about this world, you know? No people like me to speak because they like to live in their denial. They like to live in their fucking lies. It's like they live off their lies. I noticed that human beings on this planet like to live off their lies. And they feed off everybody else's lies, and then they spread rumors, and then more lies to be spreading around. It's like it shows you how fucked up this world is. This world is so fucked up. You don't have to listen to these fucking idiots, these morons, these greedy gold diggers. You know, you listen to the greedy. You have to be a moron to listen to a greedy gold digger. You know, you have to be a moron or an idiot to listen to the greedy gold because they're so stupid and dumb. I'm sorry to say that they are stupid and dumb, and they don't give a fuck about no one. Only thing they give a fuck about is themselves. That's it. And I have this one idiot. I have one idiot that gives me the thumbs down, which is really funny. That shows you how really negative. I have this one idiot. Yeah, it proves to me that how negative this one idiot is. This idiot is so negative. He's not positive at all. I mean, this person is not positive at all. You know. I figure I expose his ass too. How negative, how much a negative fuck he is. You know. I mean, reality check. He's not here. He doesn't like equality. I can tell you, he doesn't like equality for life. He doesn't care about the environment. He doesn't care about the water. He thinks everybody should drink poison water. He believes that all food should be poison, and he thinks that's normal. You know, this shows you. Oh, hey, Hover, welcome back. I didn't do that, Hover. Somebody did that. I don't know where that's coming from. So, yeah, welcome back, Hover. You know, I knew you would be watching me, so I figure. You know what's weird about Hover? I could feel this overwhelming negative energy in him. That's one thing that they don't understand that in the metaphysical world we can feel people's negative. We can feel people's energy. I can feel a big, huge negative from Hover. It's like a really huge one. He's like I think he abused somebody because there's like an over. It's like the understanding over is like it's like there's this it's like something is pushing at me right now. You know, over. You're so negative. I can feel your negativity. Why are you so negative? Why are you so mad? I feel like you're mad. You know, you're like throwing this whole this. It's like a yeah. It's a toxic. You're like a toxic person. You are a toxic person because I feel it. Why are you projecting that to me? See, you don't understand the metaphysical ability. Human beings supposed to have metaphysical abilities. I could feel you're like really negative, Pulver. I don't know what. It's like somebody pissed you off somewhere. I think somebody pissed you off. You know, so you're throwing it all at me right now. You're throwing all the things that piss you off at me right now. Who pissed you off? Why the fuck? Why you have to throw it all at me? You know? Yeah, you are toxic. You're very negative. I could feel it. You're so negative. I mean, I could feel it. You're like pure negativity. Somebody pissed you off. I think somebody pissed you off, so you come here and throw it all at me, for your fucking personal problem. I think you have some personal problems, to be honest, Hover. I think you have some personal problems at home. Why don't you go home and take care of your personal problems, okay? Stop coming here and take it all on me. I didn't start nothing with you. Yeah, you have some personal problems. Why are you so negative? I could feel it. You're negative. You have a lot of negativity in you. You're hiding something. You are hiding something, Hover. You're hiding something, and you don't want to say shit. You're hiding something. Come on, Hover. Stop hiding it. What's on your mind? Something's in your mind. You can't stand me. I know you can't stand me. So you have to project all your negativity at me. So you can't. The reason why you can't stand what I am. You're hiding something. I feel like you're hiding something, and it's so negative. Jeez, typical. You like to hide your shit. There's something inside you that you like to hide. You keep it inside there, and you don't want to. It's gonna stay inside you. Whatever's inside you, it's gonna stay inside you, Hover. I can feel it. It likes controlling you. You're just a puppet. That's all you are. You're nothing but a puppet. It feeds off on you, Hover. There's no. I don't feel any goodness. If you have all that negativity, I don't feel no goodness in you. You know, you have all that negativity inside you. I don't feel nothing good about you. There's no. You don't have no goodness in you. You're not honest. You're not an honest person. I don't believe that you're honest. I'm not hiding. It's funny about me, Hover. I'm not hiding. You are. You're hiding. Look at you. You're hiding. You're just hiding something, and you don't want. There's something that inside you that's sticking to you. You know. You're hiding something. You know. Yeah. You like to hide. That's what you do best, Hover. You always hide. That's why you call yourself Hover, Noop 3000. You know? That's what people do best. They like to hide who they are. They're not you're not a real person to me. Underneath Hover Noop 3000, he's not a real person. He's not honest. Because I don't believe Hover is honest, to be honest. That's why there's so much negativity inside you. There's so much negativity inside you. It's ridiculous how much negative you are. You don't realize that you are negative. That's one thing that's funny about you. Over, you don't realize that you are negative because I can feel it. You know, it's funny, Hover. Hover, there are beings out there that can read your body. They can read who you really are. I'm just giving you a little sample because you do project negativity. You know, you have to define what good is. What is good? Good, to me, there's no such thing as good in this reality. There's no such thing as good because everybody's making everybody's life miserable. You know, I know who I am, Hover. You hadn't realized yourself. You're the one it's the opposite, Hover. You don't it's the other way around. I know who I am. That's one thing about you and me. I know who I am. I see things that you don't see. There is no such thing as good. Good and evil are the same. I'm going to tell you, Hover, good and evil are exactly the same. It's funny about religion, right? For an example, Muslim people think they're doing good, right? Christian people think they're doing good. But when they look at each other, they look at each other like they're evil. So yeah, there is no such thing as good. That's one thing you don't realize. You hadn't realized that yet, Hover. You hadn't seen the big picture. You're still stuck in your dome. Hover, you're still stuck in your fucking dome. You know. I don't give a fuck about your story. You have to give a fuck about you. It's funny about Hover. You need to look at yourself. You need to look in a mirror. Hover, you need to look in a fucking mirror. Because I do every fucking day. I look at myself every fucking day. I question everything I say. And here you are fighting against me. So you need to look in a fucking mirror. I don't need to know anything about you. Only person you need to know is you. That's the reality check that you need to hear. You need to know you. You don't know your own self, Hover. You don't know your own self. Only thing you think about is your own greedy, selfish. You're nothing but a greedy, selfish gold digger, like any other greedy, selfish gold digger. That's what you are. You're just a gold digger, Hover. That's being a gold digger doesn't mean that you're good. I'm going to tell you right now, being a gold digger doesn't mean that you're good, because you're out here destroying this world. You're out here destroying the world. You're out here. You embrace poisoning you embrace, like I said, you embrace destroying this world. You embrace poisoning the water. You embrace animals for extinction. You like people. You like billing people. You call that doing good? You think billing people? You think people should owe you? You believe that people should owe you, Hover? And you think that's good? Yeah, you're a typical gold digger. That's what you are. You're a gold digger like all the other gold diggers on this fucking planet. And you think you're doing good. I call you a gold digger because that's what you are. And when I say you're a gold digger, you're the most negative. Yeah, because your gold digger is women. Your gold digger, your definition of a gold digger is all women that try to use you, or men try to use a woman because they're rich. My version of a gold digger, my definition of a gold digger is a human being who abuses other human beings for profit. Yeah. And you think that's good? You think abusing other human beings for profit is good? You think you're really doing good for humanity? You think profiting off people's fear is good? Gold diggers are everywhere. Hover, gold digger. You're a gold digger. Everybody around me is a gold digger. I say 90% of this world. I think Hover. 90% of this world is a gold digger. 90% of humanity is a gold digger because all they care about is making money in gold. Making money that's gold digging. It's another version of gold digging because originally human beings were designed to dig gold. There you go. Human beings were designed to be slaves and dig gold, and they call that doing good. So that's why I call human beings gold diggers, because that's what they are. You know, you need a wake up call. You need to wake up, Hover. I'm gonna tell you, you need to fucking wake up because you're still asleep. You know, I'm telling you, Hover, wake the fuck up because you live in your own la la land thinking you're doing good, but in reality, you're embracing this fucking fear because you like fear. You believe that fear is normal. You think fear is good. You think everybody should live in their own fear. You think that's good. Yeah. You can laugh at me. Great, great. I'm glad that you laughed at me. That's typical gold digger. That's what a typical gold digger would do, would say, would do. I mean, every gold digger laughed at me, and you're the typical gold digger. Yep, you are. See, gold digger to me doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. A poor person supports a rich asshole. If you support a rich asshole, you're still a gold digger. It's funny about it. It goes both ways. Gold diggers goes both ways. Doesn't matter. Even gold diggers are in politics. Gold diggers are in religion. Gold diggers are. It's like I use gold digger for everything. So yeah, you're a typical gold digger. If you're laughing at me, you're definitely asleep, and you're a typical gold digger that feeds off people. You like negativity. You are definitely a negative human. That's why I pick up negativity from you. You're a typical liar. You like to lie, and you live in this denial. You like denial because you think everything is good. You think good is good. You don't know what good is. You don't know good. No, I'm not listening to you. Fuck you. I'm listening to myself, Hoover. It's funny about me. It's like I know exactly how this world works. I know exactly how this world works, Hover. You need to fucking wake up. You listen to me, Hover. You listen to me. You need to wake the fuck up. You're not doing good. If you're spreading negativity, then you're not doing good at all. You're making it worse for everybody else. So yeah, Hover, we're all. It's funny, Hover. We are all responsible for this planet. We are all responsible for all these human beings. We are all responsible for everything that we're doing on this planet. Oh, now you're gonna walk away from me, Hover. Why are you walking away from me? Now you're a typical denialist. Only a person in denial will walk away from me because that's a typical person who thinks they're doing good. That's a person who likes to live in their la la land. Hover is a typical guy that likes to live in his la la land, and he thinks he's doing good. He thinks everybody. He doesn't want to take responsibility for everything on this planet. He wants to get out of jail free card. That's what Hover wants. Hover, when you say doing good, that means you want to get out of jail free card. That's what it is. It's like I'm going to go to heaven because I did good, because I destroyed. I worked my ass off. It's funny about how they use heaven and hell to me that's terrorism. That means that you're forcing people to be slaves to corporate greed, and they call that doing good. They think working 8 to 10 hours a day, 8 to 14 hours a day is doing good, and your body warms down. They think that's doing good. They think the more money you make, they think that's doing good. It shows you how ignorant these fuckers are. It shows you how stupid these fuckers are. Yeah, it shows you how stupid you are, Over. I mean, I realize doing good does not exist in this world because you want to keep everybody else you want everybody else living your negativity. Because it shows you, and you spread it all around. The threats of good is the threat of good and evil on this world. This whole world is fucking. I look at this whole world. There's no such thing as good. Everybody, if you're profiting off somebody, then you're not doing good in this country. You're not doing good. If you're profiting off people, you're not doing good on this world. If you're forcing people to work and make a living, you're not doing good. Working hard doesn't mean you're doing good. I mean, working hard doesn't mean you're doing good. I'm going to be honest with you. If you can't take care of this planet, then you're not doing good. If you can't take care of the planet, if you can't take care of people on this planet, then you're not doing good. It's funny about these fucking denialists, these assholes who think they're doing good on it. They don't know what good is. Their good is the almighty dollar. That's their version of good, is the almighty money. That's their belief in doing it. And money, Babylonian black magic money. That's what money is Babylonian black magic. And these denialists they think these denialists and these people who think they're doing good to make Babylonian black magic, we have to work for this black magic money. It's funny about Christianity. They support the Babylonian black magic because in God we trust. It's funny how these fuckers are that lives in denialists, and I don't have to listen to nobody because I've been doing this I've been talking about this for fucking since 2006. I know about this shit. I've been doing this since 2006, and you think I don't know shit? I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on this fucking planet. And I have to listen to this dumb motherfucker, Hover. I mean, he's a dumb motherfucker. I'm sorry to say that. He is a dumb motherfucker, Hover. I apologize that I call him dumb motherfucker, but I have to be honest. Hover's not honest. I'm going to tell you, Hover is not an honest person because he thinks he's doing good. I'm not. It's funny. I live in a world where I have to live with Hover. I live in a world where I have to live with Hover. I hate going out. I hate going out every fucking day and then look at all these thousands of Hovers everywhere around me. I hate it. I'm sorry to say that. I apologize that I said it, but I hate it. I'm sorry, Hover. I called you stupid and dumb, but I don't think Hover. I mean, if Hover really woke up and saw the world for what it is and stopped living in denial, because it's the education. It's their education that makes them be education is the whole key of why Hover believes what he believes in. It's all about education. You got to start somewhere. When you start young, you have to manipulate early. That's why they put you in 12 years of manipulation. Put 12 years to manipulate you how to survive in this world. It's survival of the fittest. It's the survival of the fittest. That's what it is. Whoever makes the most, whoever gets out. It's like you wonder. It's like it's like when you say you're being blessed. One thing I can't stand is a person say I'm blessed, and everybody else suffers all around him. That's one thing I can't stand. It's like everyone else suffering, and this one person says I'm blessed. It shows you how selfish this world is. Why can't we all be blessed all at one time? Every human being. Why can't we all be blessed? Every fucking human being on this world. What does it have to be the one or the few? That's pretty selfish to say that you're blessed, It's like I can't stand hearing that fucking word. That these fucking people who think they're doing good, that they're blessed and all that bullshit. And they're so selfish in their own ways that they don't realize that they're it's like everybody. Why can't it's like why do you? It's like what makes you more important than all the other people, all the other human beings on this fucking planet? What makes you more important than all the other human beings on this planet? That's one thing I have to question you. Oh yeah, I hear this thing in my voice. I heard that. I heard this voice that God does things in mysterious ways, which is typical bullshit. You know, when you say that God does mysterious, fuck you. When I hear that word, I heard that. I just heard something. I heard some. It just popped in my head. Somebody said that God does mysterious things. Yeah, fuck you. You know, there is no gods. All your gods are all fucking ETs, extraterrestrials. You know, I knew somebody will walk away from that shit. There is no gods. They're just egotistic humanoids. With that's all they are. They're just egotistic humanoids. You can't even say ass. I'm assuming you're from Africa. But Bay. He says Bay. Who says Bay? Biatch. Okay. Yeah, he's doing good. That's what Homer's just saying. He's doing good. What a fucking idiot. I'm sorry to say that. What else? Who else gonna fucking fuck with me, you know? Who else is gonna fuck with me? Usually somebody's gonna fuck with me. I think Homer is a typical religious asshole. It's funny. I realized that I was watching this Nigerian. He believes in Jesus and all that shit, and all of a sudden he's scamming this people. I mean, yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he's not. I can understand why he's making money and how he's making money. I mean, he's got to live. He's got to eat. I can understand that. It's like, yeah, and then it's weird about it. It's like how we have to feel sorry. It's funny. Religious people like to play the feel sorry bullshit. When you come down to nothing, you have to feel sorry and then they say God bless. It's like notice that all homeless people, they always use the God bless thing. It's like, what kind of sick world do we live in that where homeless people say God bless? Then you must have a sick fucking God to have homeless people. You must have a fucking sick God to have homeless people. You must have a sick God that really doesn't give a fuck about it doesn't give a fuck about feeding people. So you do this little charity bullshit, this temporary charity bull crap to make you feel like you're doing good, but in reality you're not doing. That's another fucking false bullshit that these religious fuckheads do in this world. It's always temporary. It's never a permanent solution. You know, they don't want to educate the poor people. They do not want to educate the poor people. You know, so they always do these temporary bullshits. Oh yeah, I was doing this. It's like I went to Africa and I fed all these tribes for 1 month, and then that was it. I'm done. Then I did good. You know, and then turn around, they turn out, they go back being starving and homeless and all that shit, and they do the same thing. Why do you have scammers in Africa? One thing I don't get is, why do you have scammers in Africa? Why do you have Christianity and scamming? That doesn't make any sense. And it shows you how backwards they are. They're all Christians. All Christians are all backwards. Muslim, I don't care. All religions are all backwards because they don't do any good in this world. They're like, they create more nightmares for everyone to live in, and they embrace the nightmare. They're all Luciferians. I realize that like I said, all religion is Luciferian because they're so encouraged by the Luciferians. You know, so they became the Luciferians. So they became the negative people. That's why. I feel the negative from this Hover. Hover's so negative. I could feel his negativity. He's so encouraged, so influenced. It's so fucked up about that, about how these fucking people that manipulates in this world. it shows you how much lies that we live in. We live in these lies. We got so many layers of fucking lies. You know, we live in these fucking. It's just like everybody. I hate living in the lies. You know, when it comes to money, you lie. I'm gonna tell you. You know, you have to be a fucking liar when it comes to money. You know, you have to. You have to. Is it when you do business, when you scam, you have to lie. And it's funny if you're a Christian and you're a scammer and you're lying who you really are, then that shows you there's something wrong with you. You know, it shows you how wrong you are in every way. You know, Christianity is a disgrace. I think all Christians are a disgrace. You know, I'm being honest. You know, I think Christianity do not really care about no one's life. It's funny. I'm not. It's funny. I'm not. I'm not Christian. I'm not Muslim. I'm not fucking Jewish. I'm not anything. You know, and I don't make a lot of money. I mean, I make a good enough living. You know, I'm honest. I make a good enough living, but I can't do all this shit and all these fucking assholes who think you make a lot of money. You think you can help everybody else. I don't. I can't. You know, I can't help everybody. Everybody else have to do that. Everybody else have to do it all together to help somebody. You know, we all have to do all. We all have to take our part to help someone. It has to be a group effort, not a fucking single person to do it. That's one thing you don't understand. You know, the way it works is everybody in reality has to help everybody else. You know, service to self, service to others. You know, Hover is service to self. That's what he is. Hover is service to self. You know, we have to learn how to be service to others. You know, by working as a group. You know, not you don't and turn around if you work in a group and you have one scammer. If you work in a group and you have one scammer that's service to self, then that upsets everything to service to others. You know, that really upsets everything if you have one service to self inside the service to other group, because that service to self is going to take all for himself and don't really give a fuck about the others. You know, that's why I say kick out. If anybody that's service to self, you kick them out and let them hang around with themselves, because they're going to end. You'll see how they are as a society. The service to self society are violent. You know, if you service to others, then you're not going to be a violent society. You're going to always help somebody when there's somebody. If somebody has a problem, you're always going to help somebody. You know, service to self doesn't do that, because that's what we live in. We live in a fucking service to self community, or everybody is like, oh, it's like we all have to watch our back. When you're service to self, you have to watch your back. You know, because somebody might fucking rob you, somebody might kill you, somebody might do something to you. You know, if you have service to others, then everybody watches each other's up. Everybody looks out for each other. And then if you spread it all around, then nobody would be starving. You know, everybody would have a house. Everybody would watch somebody's back. You know, no one would starve if you had service to service to others. Versus service to self makes everybody starve. You know, that's what religion. That's how I look at Christianity. They're more about service to self. That's it. You know, that's the reality of it. It's so fucking weird. So fucking. This planet is so backwards. And they're all calling me fucking crazy. And they're all calling these service to self thinks I'm crazy. You know, they think and in turn, you know, service to self, greedy gold diggers. Service, that's what they are. Service to self, greedy gold diggers will always manipulate you to make you look like you're crazy. And then turn around, you have to go see a service to self fucking psychologist. You know, so I can make it's like, yeah, it's all about self. It's not about anybody. It's not the. It's not. We have to be. It's like we have to be responsible. You know. Oh, that's funny. Pokemon. You got a Pokemon. Uh, I talked for 2 hours and 44 minutes. Holy shit. Holy crap. 2 hours and 44 minutes. What if we go watch a video? Oh, I don't know how do you stick a video on this fucking channel? I wonder how you stick a video. uh, I think I took everything out that I need to say. What else? What else? Anybody got questions or anything? I guess nobody. No questions. I got hardly anybody in here, anyways. So, fuck. Well, I guess I'm done. I think I need to say what I want to say that I can think of saying. Have a nice day, whoever's watching me. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.